Hello friends, welcome to the Power Automate series, and in this video we are going to discuss what is connectors in Power Automate. My friend, Power Automate is all about connecting multiple applications and completing a particular flow by which you can complete a particular task or particular process. So, my friend, as we need multiple applications, we need to connect with the multiple applications within the Microsoft organization or any third party application. So, how you can connect with the multiple applications using Power Automate? And you can connect using connectors. So, the very basic question is, what is connector? My friend, connector is you can say a, a hook by which you can connect with the third party application, or you connect within Microsoft organization, within Microsoft applications. So my friend, whenever you want to do any action in any third party application, what we do, we call their API, and that is what we wrap using a container, you can say, and that is what we call connector. So my friend, let's uh, take example of this image. For example, you want to connect with the Power Automate, you want to connect with the Power App. We need custom connectors, and custom connectors are nothing but a wrapper over API, because without API you can't connect with any third party application or any application. So those APIs are wrapped with custom connectors, and that is what we use in Power Automate to communicate with in any application, whether it is within organization, whether it is outside organization. So hope this is very much clear to you. Connectors are nothing, a wrapper over API, which allows you to communicate with any application, no matter it is third party application, no matter it is Microsoft uh, Microsoft applications. So my friend, basically connectors are available in two forms. One is actions and one is triggers. Action, my friend, whenever you want to perform any action in any third party application or any application, you need some kind of actions. For example, you want to retrieve the file. For a retrieval, you want to update any record, you want to delete any record, you want to fetch any record, and that is what we perform using API. So those operations you wrap using connector, and we call that action connector. It means that if you want to perform any action in any third party application, these are the inputs required to perform that action. And that's why whenever you call an action, you will find that there are some inputs, and that is what you have to fill to perform that action. The another one is triggers. My friend, triggers are very important because on a particular event you want to perform something, and those are triggers. For example, if we take example of SharePoint, like when a file is modified, when a record is created, when a item is deleted, these are the triggers. And based on that, you want to perform some actions. So later on, you will add multiple actions, configure all those inputs, and you will able to perform all those things. For example, if you take example of OneDrive, when a file is created, when a file is modified, when a file is deleted, all those triggers are available. So triggers are also nothing but a, a API, webhook, you can say, because in webhook, when something will perform, like some actions will be performed in that particular application, they will call a webhook. So those webhooks available in a Power Automate as a trigger. So my friend, that's how whenever you create a particular flow, you you pick a trigger, means that You pick at that particular webhook, and based on that you attach multiple actions to perform a particular flow. And this is how you complete a particular processes, or you complete a particular task. So hope this will make sense, what is actions and what is trigger in Power Automate. My friend, like as I told you, that actions are one kind of wrapper using API to perform a given task in Power Automate, using Power Automate in any third party application. And triggers, this component is used to get a notification when a specific event occurs in the application. Basically, that is webhook. So actions and webhooks, that is what wrapped using a container, and that is what we call action container and trigger container in Power Automate. So let's take, like, for example, if you go in Power Automate here, and you can see, click on create. Here we have multiple types of actions, that is what we can select. If you go in template, you can see every flow is starting with one trigger. For example, save email attachment from Outlook to Dropbox. So what is trigger here? Trigger is when email arrives. That's the trigger. For example, get daily reminder from your Outlook uh, email. It means that on a particular time you will get reminder. Save Gmail attachment to a Dropbox folder. Trigger a flow with a Power BI data driven alert. So my friend, everywhere you can see there is a trigger, and trigger will invoke a flow, and that is where you will add multiple actions to perform that particular processes or a particular task. So for example, let me click here, create. I'm going to create a flow. So here you can see search all triggers. So these are triggers because you need a trigger to start a particular flow. For example, uh, see Microsoft data. So this is just for name. And here, like when a new response is submitted related to the Microsoft form, that's a trigger. So you can select, then you will click on create, and you can see. So the first box is trigger, and after that you can see plus button. This is how you can add a particular action. So the first step in your flow should be a trigger, then you will add action. For example, like get response. So get response detail. So that is what I will select here. It means that when a form is submitted, I will receive a response. So this is how you need to align your actions, because if form is submitted and you are not receiving that response, you will not able to do further actions. So this is how, for example, you will go here, you will pick a form, new book demo form. Now you will go response. So this is how, my friend, you will able to uh, configure your each and every action. As I told you that to perform a particular function, to perform a particular action, you need some kind of inputs, and those inputs we are filling from here. So this is the way. Then if you want to save as a SharePoint, you will add action, create a SharePoint record. So you can see, like, for every application we have many actions and triggers. So create a item. Based on that, you can select a site, no list found. So this is how you can configure each and every action. So hope this will make sense to you. What is container, what is action container, what is trigger container, every flow starting with a trigger, and then all those steps you are adding, those are actions. If any third party application you want to deal with and that is not available, my friend, you can create all these actions. You can create all these actions in Power Automate and host in a Power Automate. That is what you can utilize to communicate with that third party application. So with this, I'm going to end this video. Hope it will make sense to you what is connectors and what is trigger and what is action connectors. See you in next video where we are going to discuss what is variables in Power Automate series. See you in next video. Till then, bye. This is Sandeep Mishra signing out.